It's called physician-assisted suicide or physician-assisted death.
It's controversial and legal now in these 10 states and Washington, D.C. But one state opened the door for anyone to travel there to seek assistance with dying. Anna Katayama takes us to Oregon, where some are searching for solutions to streamline the process.
She was a fiercely independent person, very religious, very independent, had a bunch of friends. She was living in Northern California.
Adam Rafalovich helped his mom move to Oregon shortly after she was diagnosed with cancer. She moved in with him and his family.
I drove her up. She was in tremendous amounts of pain. She quickly fell into the grips of really advanced cancer. It was lung cancer that had metastasized in her bones and also had metastasized in her soft tissue.
Aware of Oregon's death with dignity law, Louise Rafalovich requested a prescription for aid in dying. Having watched her husband suffer the effects of esophageal cancer, Adam believes she wanted a different path.
The worst part of this for me was seeing someone you love so much suffer.
Dr. Nick Gideons was Louise's doctor. He is also the Oregon doctor who filed a lawsuit challenging Oregon's residency requirement, and he won. But for those who don't have family in Oregon, like Louise did, accessing medical aid in dying is a challenge.
The vast majority of those patients, the barriers are essentially insurmountable.
According to the Oregon Health Authority, the number of people requesting a prescription to end their life has increased over the years. In 2000, 39 people requested a prescription and 27 actually used it. 10 years later, the number of requests jumped to 97. And then in 2020, the number nearly quadrupled, with 373 requesting a prescription.
Eliminating the residency requirement didn't lead to all prescribing physicians allowing people from out of state to come to their practice.
Dr. Charles Blanke says some physicians still see working with out-of-state patients as risky.
People are still scared about how the law is going to be applied. They're still scared that people will take the medication back home.
But Blanke is moving forward, determined to provide medical aid in dying to those who request it.
I started seeing patients right away. We were fielding probably 5 to 10 phone calls a week from almost every state, at least in the continental U.S.
Out-of-state patients looking for a private place to consume the medication ended up using hotel rooms.
There's one hotel, which I will not name because they would not like it very much, where I had a whole series of people. I think I had 6 people within 1 week. And it got to the point where I was walking up their front steps and they were trying to shoo me away.
In an effort to help his patients, he searched for other beds.
I actually put an ad on Craigslist to see if any owners of Airbnbs would be comfortable. And I actually interviewed several, and of course I was very frank about saying what would happen to the people using their Airbnb. And I actually had a couple people who were very interested in offering me spots.
I think we're slowly developing the systems to help people find physicians who are, as we said, interested in participating.
Legal worries and logistics remain huge roadblocks for out-of-state patients who, unlike Louise Rafalovich, don't have family in Oregon.
She woke up early in the morning, and that's when she said that she was ready.
As the cancer spread and it became increasingly difficult for her to move, Louise Rafalovich chose the day that she wanted to end her life. With her son at her side, she drank her prescription with a glass of water.
Very quickly thereafter, in less than 10 minutes, she was asleep. We were singing Amazing Grace as she drifted off. It was extremely peaceful, and it was loving, and it was a very sad moment, but it was also, it was one of the great moments of my life, because I was able to be there for her in a way that I don't think a lot of folks get the opportunity. Really beautiful about the experience is that there was nothing left unsaid. I got to spend quality time with her every single day.
The doctors interviewed aren't providing prescriptions just because patients request them. There are a number of requirements that patients need to meet, and they often vary by state. But here are the big ones. Patients must be at least 18. They must have a terminal illness with 6 months or fewer to live, and they must be capable of making and communicating their healthcare decisions with their doctor.